A Patriarch's Farewell Remembering, Phil Robertson. Phil Robertson has passed away. He was the patriarch of the famous Duck Dynasty family. He died on Sunday, May 25, 2025. Phil Robertson was 79 years old. His life was full of many different experiences. He made a significant impact on television. He also influenced popular culture in America. Many people knew his name and his distinctive long beard. His voice was familiar to millions of viewers who tuned in weekly. He leaves behind a large family and a unique legacy that will be remembered. Robertson was best known for the reality show Duck Dynasty. This show brought his family into homes across the nation. He was the head of this Louisiana family. They became famous for their duck hunting business. Phil was often seen as the wise, sometimes gruff leader. His strong opinions and traditional values were central to his persona. The show highlighted their close-knit relationships and their outdoor lifestyle. This portrayal resonated with a large audience, making him a cultural figure. His passing marks the end of an era for his many fans. Phil Robertson's story is one of faith, family, and unexpected fame. From gridiron to reeds, Phil's early chapters. Phil Robertson's early life was rooted in Louisiana. He grew up with a love for the outdoors. This passion would define much of his later life. He was also a talented athlete in his younger years. Football was a significant part of his early story. He played as a quarterback, showing considerable skill on the field. This period of his life was quite different from the bearded patriarch known to television audiences. He attended Louisiana Tech University, a notable institution. There he made a name for himself on the football team. At Louisiana Tech, Phil Robertson was the first-string quarterback. He played ahead of Terry Bradshaw, who later became a football legend. This fact often surprises people who know Phil primarily from Duck Dynasty. Robertson showed great promise in the sport. He had the potential for a professional football career. However, Phil made a life-altering decision. He chose to give up football. His love for hunting, particularly duck hunting, was stronger. This choice set the course for the rest of his life and career. His decision to prioritize his passion for hunting over a potential NFL career was a defining moment. The call that echoed inventing Duck Commander. Phil Robertson's passion for duck hunting was immense. He spent countless hours in the Louisiana marshes and bayous. During this time, he became dissatisfied with existing duck calls. He believed he could create something better. He wanted a call that sounded more like a real duck. This desire was the spark for his famous invention. He envisioned a tool that would truly master the art of luring ducks. This was not just a hobby for him, it was a serious pursuit. He aimed for perfection in replicating the sounds of waterfowl. The invention of the Duck Commander call was a hands-on process. Phil Robertson tinkered and experimented tirelessly. He used his knowledge of ducks and their sounds. He worked to find the right materials and design. He reportedly spent years perfecting his creation. This dedication shows his commitment to quality. He was not looking for a quick solution. He wanted to make the best duck call possible. His first calls were made from cedarwood, which he believed produced a superior sound. He aimed for realism and reliability in his design. The reputation of the Duck Commander call grew by word of mouth among hunters. Quacking the Code. The rise of Duck Commander Inc. The Duck Commander business did not become an overnight success. It grew steadily from its small, home-based origins. Phil Robertson's dedication was a driving force. His sons also became involved in the business as they grew older. They helped expand its reach and operations. The company gradually moved from a local favorite to a nationally recognized brand among hunting enthusiasts. This growth occurred well before the family became television stars. The quality of the product spoke for itself. Hunters across the country sought out Duck Commander calls. Family involvement was key to Duck Commander's expansion. Phil's son, Willie Robertson, eventually took on a leadership role. Willie became the CEO of Duck Commander. He brought a business-oriented approach to the company. Willie helped modernize and scale the operations. Under his guidance, the company diversified its product line. They began selling hunting apparel, DVDs, and other merchandise. This expansion transformed Duck Commander into a more comprehensive outdoor brand. The family's shared vision and hard work were crucial to this success. They built upon Phil's original invention. Duck Commander Inc. grew into a multi-million-dollar business. Section 5, Dynasty Takes Flight. Television Superstardom. The television show Duck Dynasty premiered on A&E in 2012. It quickly captured the attention of viewers across America. The show offered a glimpse into the lives of the Robertson family. It centered around their successful duck commander business. It also highlighted their unique family dynamics and their Louisiana lifestyle. The blend of humor, family values, and outdoor adventure proved to be a winning formula. Few could have predicted the massive success the show would achieve. It became a cultural phenomenon in a very short time. Duck Dynasty revolved around the daily operations of the Duck Commander Company. It featured Phil Robertson as the family patriarch. His brother Cy, known for his storytelling and sweet tea, was also a prominent figure. Phil's sons, Jace, Willie, and Jep, were central to the show. Their wives and children also became familiar faces to the audience. The interactions between family members were often humorous. The show often concluded with a family dinner scene. Section 6. Navigating Storms, Controversy, and Conviction. In December 2013, Phil Robertson found himself at the center of a major controversy. He gave an interview to GQ magazine. In this interview, he expressed his personal views on homosexuality. He also made comments regarding African Americans in the pre-civil rights era South. These remarks were widely reported and sparked significant public debate. Many people found his comments to be offensive and outdated. The interview quickly became a national news story. It put both Phil and the A&E network in a difficult position. This was a challenging period for the usually popular family. A&E, the network airing Duck Dynasty, responded quickly to the controversy. They announced that Phil Robertson was suspended from the show indefinitely. This decision itself became a point of contention. Some applauded A&E for taking action. Others criticized the network, accusing them of censorship. The Robertson family released a statement expressing their support for Phil. They indicated they might not continue with the show without him. Fans organized petitions and voiced their support for Phil's reinstatement. Section 7. A Final Sunset. The Battle with Alzheimer's. In December 2024, the Robertson family shared some difficult news. They announced that Phil Robertson had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. This was in its early stages. The news saddened many fans who had followed Phil and his family for years. Alzheimer's is a progressive disease that affects memory and cognitive functions. The family's decision to share this private struggle publicly was met with support. It also raised awareness about the challenges of the illness. This marked a new difficult chapter for the Patriarch and those who loved him. As the disease progressed, Phil's health declined. His son, Jace Robertson, had previously shared updates. Jace mentioned that his father was struggling significantly. He revealed that Phil was often unable to hold conversations. This was a stark contrast to the articulate and outspoken man known to the public. The family rallied around him, providing care and support. Section 8. Faith, Family, and Feathers. The Robertson Creed. Christian faith was a cornerstone of Phil Robertson's life. It was also central to the identity of the entire Robertson family. This deep religious conviction was not just a private matter. It was openly expressed and integrated into their public persona. Phil often spoke about his faith. He shared his journey from a more troubled past to a life guided by Christian principles. This transformation was a powerful part of his personal story. His beliefs shaped his worldview, his values, and his interactions with others. He was unwavering in his commitment to his faith. As the patriarch, Phil Robertson exerted a strong influence on his family. He instilled in his children and grandchildren the importance of faith. He also emphasized the significance of family unity and hard work. His leadership was rooted in these traditional values. The family often gathered for prayer, a practice shown on Duck Dynasty. This portrayal of a faith-filled family resonated with many viewers. Phil's role was that of a spiritual guide for his household. Section 9. The Enduring Echo, Legacy, and Revival. Phil Robertson leaves behind a multifaceted legacy. He was an inventor whose creations spawned a business empire. He was a businessman who, with his family, achieved remarkable success. He became an unlikely television star. His persona on Duck Dynasty made him a cultural icon. Perhaps most importantly to him, he was a patriarch. He led his family with strong convictions about faith and traditional values. His life story is one of transformation, perseverance, and outspokenness. He was a figure who evoked strong reactions, both positive and negative, but his impact is undeniable. His story has been documented in various forms, extending his reach. In 2023, a film titled The Blind: The True Story of the Robertson Family was released. This movie depicted Phil's early life. It covered his struggles and his eventual conversion to Christianity. This film offered a deeper look into the man behind the public image. It highlighted the transformative power of faith in his life. Such portrayals contribute to the narrative of his legacy. They ensure that his story, particularly his spiritual journey, continues to be told and remembered by many.